Welcome to the Law Offices of Mary Kennedy. Today we are going to talk about H1B registration lottery is done. What next? So the typical announcement of the results will be, they say that it's going to be on March 30th or 31st, but usually we have experienced it in the prior weekend. So probably this falls under Monday or Tuesday. So usually you can expect it on Friday sometime because it starts coming up and then it goes till Monday, till they announce, USCIS announce that it is ended. On the flow of the lottery, you get registered for the lottery and then there are people who are going to be selected. On the selection process, it's expected this year because of the restriction with the proclamation. The change of status are the people that who are going to be more probable on their lottery selection. So the probability is little higher. That's what expected. You will be knowing the result whether you got selected or not by end of this month. And then the more important thing I would ask you to be keeping in mind is April 1st to June 30th is the last date of the filing. There are other technical, like LCA takes 7 to 8 business days, and all those are something very detailed. I'm not going into this. However, when you are in an F1 student status, that's where we see that you have to, if you have to make use of the gap period, please make sure you're already ahead of preparation for that. Don't wait for the last minute because your service, if it's getting over in between in any of those status, and unless you have a receipt notice that is attached to the filing of your H1B, you will not become eligible for the gap. There are many limitations. The students will come up and say, give me a letter so that I can ask the school. This is all a favor, but be prepared for it. That is one thing. And also closely work with your employer who sponsored for you so that you are ahead of giving them the documentations, preparations and everything. In continuity of that, the next is what next? If I'm not selected in the lottery, look at our other options. Non-profit employment is always an option. You might want to check it out. Do every due diligence. If you're on an F1 status, then definitely if you're an OPT, something to explore self-entrepreneurship that can be there, or like in any other status, if you want to be pursuing your career, enrolling yourself in a local school, other options are there where you can find which one is helpful for you to continue. After the selection process, even this year, the LCA, the location has been selected and had been given. So you will not be able to change that location till your documents are filed for. So you'll be keeping in mind about that, and always the last minute rush should be avoided. For me, let it be an employer, employee or beneficiary who is applying for this, always make sure that you are ahead of your preparation time. Provide those documents, whatever has been asked for, so that it's timely filed. That's very important for you to be preparing yourself for the process. Proclamation fees is going to be applicable if you select a consular approval. So please make sure you connect with your law firm or even employer to understand that if you have even a duration that's applicable for you waiting for the OPT or the STEM OPT, make sure you do file the change of status though that you are not coming under the 100K fee at this point of time. When your petition for the H1B change of status has been filed, please do avoid any travel out of country. I know there are limitations on the visas and so there is travel restricted, but however, do not travel. So what happens is change of status is pending, and then if you travel out of country, it will be approved as a consulate process, which you should avoid at this point of time with the fees that's applicable. So do not travel when the petition is pending. After the petition approved, you can travel. Thank you. Thank you for watching.